right.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 129. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, the show creator, the executive producer, the man who's really powering it up here to be with us today, my son Matt's.
Powering it up?
Yeah, well, you know, he's here with a sore throat and 2 negative COVID tests later, by the way.
It's a HIPAA violation.
We're okay. What's that?
Don't tell people how I'm feeling.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's a HIPAA violation.
I can't even tell them how you feel?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Don't even tell them how I look. I'm gone.
Okay, he's gone. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Thank you for checking us out this morning. Our goal is to start your day off on a positive note. So if you enjoy what we do, please hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8 o'clock and also available on all of your favorite podcast apps. Coming up today, are you drinking wine correctly? And as I posted last night, do you care? It is Girl Scout cookie time. We'll have news about that. How you use your phone says a lot about your age. And if you worry about your finances, you are not alone. It's the most common worry. We have that and much more coming up. Brand new Stumpah today. Brand new Stumpah today. And also random question. But welcome to Thursday, January 13th. It has warmed up a bit here in southern New England, but gale force winds, I think, yesterday. I took Charlie for a walk, and his fur was just whoosh, blown back.
It's been really windy lately.
It has, and it seems to be, isn't March usually the blustery month? I don't know if the weather's all screwed up.
Yeah.
I know you like to go, climate change.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say you're incorrect with that.
It was really windy in Virginia, too.
Was it really?
There was a day everything in Sarah's backyard was blowing around.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was told to watch the dogs and sit on the house, or whatever house sitting means.
Okay.
I was told nothing about, like, moving a trampoline.
House sitting. Oh, yeah, trampolines can go airborne, right?
Yeah, luckily it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It just moved slightly. I had to move it back.
We have a small Christmas tree on our front porch. It's still there. I don't know if church lights it up at night anymore.
We do?
Now that we're after,
we do.
The small tree.
Yeah.
It keeps blowing over.
Yeah.
Even though there are bricks in the bottom of the thing.
That was happening at Sarah's house. So finally, after like the third day, because I would like leave, go to Doug's or something, I would come back. They're always down. They look terrible.
Right.
So after like the third day of it, I just threw them in the garage. I was like, your problem now, Sarah. Put them away. Do whatever you want with them. But I'm not picking them up every day.
Out for a walk with Charlie last night. I guess it was about 7:45, and I noticed there are still some Christmas lights in the neighborhood. In fact, I noticed one neighbor still has their tree up, which, hey, go for it.
Yeah. I'm going to expose Doug real quick. I don't think he cares.
This is his older brother.
He decided to leave he took down all his lights, but he left on the lights that are like on the outline, the roof of his house.
Oh.
And he's trying something about maybe leaving them up there, not lighting them up.
Okay.
But leaving them up there until next year. And kind of seeing the state of them, like do they survive a whole year? Are they all right?
That's a good
Because that way there you don't have to put them up again.
Yeah, you know, think about it. You do put so much work into decorating, setting up all the lights, and they're up for maybe a month, right? So
yeah, I think a lot of people are doing 2 months now. I think after Halloween, it becomes Christmas time.
I saw a lady on TikTok. I don't know if I mentioned this, but she leaves her Christmas tree up year round. And so in January, it's a winter tree. It's just
I don't hate the idea.
Just all white. February, she does Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
March, she decorates the tree for St. Patty's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Then what's next? Easter. She has Easter eggs on it.
I will say that seems like more work than just taking the tree down, though.
It's a redecorated.
You got to keep
month.
up with it like every month.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It is Korean American Day today. It's also National Peach Melba Day.
What is that?
French chef Auguste Escoffier created the dessert with peaches, vanilla ice cream, and raspberry sauce.
Interesting.
Sounds tasty.
Not a huge fan of fruit and my pastries mixing.
Yeah. It's National Rubber Ducky Day. And it's also National Sticker Day. It recognizes all the ways stickers brighten up a page or send a special message. I have my sticker right here.
I'm waiting for the day you put it upside down. I know it's going to happen.
It is. You're right. I always try to be careful when I put this on every morning. On the Datebook today, quite a few things. On this day in 1962, Chubby Checker's song The Twist, credited with starting the twist dance craze, hit number 1.
Sing it for us, Pete.
Oh, let's twist again like we did last summer.
What's up with good songs with twist in the title?
Oh,
Twist and Shout?
Twist and Shouts, yeah.
It's my personal favorite.
That's about it, though, isn't it? I think.
I don't know. I just wanted to bring up Twist and Shout.
Okay. On this day in 1974, it was Super Bowl VIII at Rice Stadium in Houston. That was when the Miami Dolphins beat the Minnesota Vikings 24-7, and my guy Larry Zonka was the MVP. On this day in 1982, Hank Aaron and Frank Robinson were elected to the Hall of Fame. And on this day in 2015, TV comedy Schitt's Creek, created by and starring Eugene Levy and Dan Levy, premiered on this day in 2015.
Phenomenal show.
Hey, can I say something about the Hall of Fame here?
Sure.
Well, it's my show. Dan Shaughnessy, who writes for the Boston Globe,
Okay.
and he's a writer that, I mean, people have been frustrated with his writing for years, just because he often takes an anti-Boston angle. You know, he's not a homie. You know,
But I think we all know at this point he's doing it because it makes him money.
he has come out with his with his Hall of Fame ballot,
Okay.
and he said he is not voting for David Ortiz.
He gets to vote?
Dan Shaughnessy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's part of
He's that important
it's
enough?
the Baseball Writers of America that vote.
Mhm.
So I think the Globe has like 7 columnists that vote.
Mhm.
But he has come out and he said he will not vote for David Ortiz. And he's only voting for one person. I think it's Jeff Kent, who years ago played what? Second base, I think? I can't even remember who he played for. But he's about Ortiz. He says he can't vote for anyone who has a little possible PED case out there. And if you remember, there was something in 2003.
Yeah, but they didn't have anything on him, I thought.
No,
nothing
they don't.
ever got proven.
The year before they banned steroids, they did some kind of random testing or whatever. And they announced it was supposed to be kept confidential. And they announced someone leaked David's name, that it was on the list. So you got no proof. You've got, a leak, somebody saying they saw his name on the list.
Charlie.
So, and I don't know. How can you keep David Ortiz out of the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, especially he's from the area,
Yeah.
right?
Does
he claim to be a Red Sox fan?
I think he does, but anybody who's read Dan Shaughnessy's columns over the years are like, he's not a Sox fan, man. He's just,
That's annoying.
So, anyway, back to our thing. Celebrity birthdays today. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is 61. Trace Atkins is 60. Patrick Dempsey from Grey's Anatomy, 56. Orlando Bloom is 45. And Liam Hemsworth is 32. Just a few people in the chat this morning, huh? Not many?
Well, people might be sleeping in, Pete. It's all right.
That's
might be
right.
watching the show later.
It is Thursday.
Diane's here. She says, good morning, and it is a good morning. There is no Pepsi mess in my kitchen, which is good.
How long did it take you to clean that up?
Yeah. If that happened 2 days in a row, that would be, at that point, I'd say move out.
If you weren't with us yesterday, Diane woke up to the remnants of an exploding bottle of Pepsi in her kitchen. It was everywhere.
Yep. Gail's here. Gary's here. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, y'all.
Charlie bumped the camera. Thank you, Charlie.
Did he really?
And Diane said, the lights on my porch stay lit after the holidays. They're simply called party lights for the rest of the year. I like it.
Okay.
As long as you got a name for them.
Yeah.
As long as you don't call them Christmas lights.
I was going to ask you what you thought about, some parts of the neighborhood still being lit up here in, mid-January now? January, what is it, 13th?
I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't really mind that much.
No.
I don't know. I try and focus my attention more towards people that won't vote for David Ortiz. So,
there you go.
yeah.
In the news this morning, it is Girl Scout cookie season, and a new cookie has been added to the lineup. Check this out. They're called Adventurefuls. Adventurefuls, a brownie-inspired treat featuring a caramel-flavored cream center. Oh, so it's not peanut butter, it's caramel-flavored. With a drizzle of chocolate sauce and a touch of sea salt. It's making its debut this season and will be available in addition to all of the great Girl Scout cookie flavors. Due to the uncertainty of the pandemic, much like the past 2 seasons, the Girl Scouts organization says troops are prepared to sell cookies in person, digitally, or both, and they partnered with DoorDash this year. You can simply search Girl Scouts in the DoorDash app to find a local troop. Girl Scout cookie season typically runs from January through April, but local timing and product availability may vary. You can visit girlscoutcookies.org to find cookie booths in your area. You can also text cookies to 59618 for more cookie information.
Just hear me out though. Who came up with the name?
The name?
I just don't think Adventurefuls is a really creative name.
Trish is here. You've already bumped the camera once, Charlie.
This is all I have.
All right.
And then you're done.
Good morning, Trish.
My name's not Trish.
Oh, okay. How was your night? Saving America from itself.
There was a delay, so it wasn't good.
I guess not. And she's yawning and stretching. So
I could sleep for 12 hours and I would yawn and stretch, so that's not really.
So we can't really.
It's not really a telltale sign.
Okay. Well, welcome home. We were just doing a story about Girl Scout cookies and now available. I did go on the website, girlscoutcookies.org, to find the place nearest us that's selling them. And as of this weekend, we have to go to Wareham, which is not bad. I mean, it's like 25 minutes down the road.
No, that's not too bad. Charlie, I don't have anything else, man.
Take off.
Excuse me.
Okay. Speaking of cookies, to celebrate its 110th birthday, Oreo is dropping a new limited edition flavor. Now, we've always said why. I mean, Oreos are perfect, aren't they? These are chocolate confetti cake Oreos. They will be hitting grocery stores starting January 31st, and they are also available for pre-order online. The chocolate cookie features rainbow sprinkles in the creamy filling and on the sandwich sides, on the outside. The cream filling has both chocolate and vanilla layers for extra sweetness.
I feel like they just keep reusing different variations of the same thing. Like that seems like that's already been a flavor before.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Or at least like vanilla confetti.
Confetti,
flavor.
or maybe they did like birthday celebration or something.
Yeah.
After a 16-year Major League career, John Lester has decided to retire. It's kind of run its course, the 38-year-old said. He said, "It's getting harder for me physically. The little things that come up throughout the year turned into bigger things that hinder your performance. I'd like to think I'm a halfway decent self-evaluator. I don't want someone else telling me that I can't do this anymore. I want to be able to hand my jersey over and say, thanks, it's been fun." That's probably the biggest deciding factor for him. John Lester, of course, in 2006, he faced incredible adversity when he was diagnosed with anaplastic large cell lymphoma late in his rookie season, cutting that year short and requiring chemotherapy. Lester beat the disease, made a return to the mound in 2007, and of course helped the Sox to a World Series, helped the Cubs to a World Series. And he is one of the guys, I mean, there's very few that I was really upset that the Red Sox didn't re-sign. You know, like Mookie.
Well,
but
I'm also upset
Lester.
because the Red Sox constantly do these trades or players sign with different teams, and it's always like, no, it's just for the year so that we could get this person, and then they're going to re-sign, and then they don't.
They don't.
And it's like, well, that stinks.
Yeah.
Way to get my hopes up.
But he was one of the ones I was sorry that got away. Colorado Parks and Wildlife officers rescued a moose that became trapped in the basement of a house. A moose had been grazing near a home. It had fallen through a snow-covered window well into the home's basement. Responding officers opened doors to create exits for the moose, but they could not get the moose to leave the basement because that required a little staircase to reach the exits. And I guess moose don't climb stairs. Never knew.
I'm saying, how big was this basement? Because
Yeah, a moose is
are
pretty big.
very,
yeah.
very large. Yeah.
Officers tranquilized the moose and cut off its antlers so that it could fit up the home's stairs and reduce damage to the home. Now, when I read that, I thought, oh, they cut off its antlers. But I found out that moose antlers typically fall off this time of year, and the moose will grow new antlers this spring. So at least he'll get his antlers back.
Well, that's good.
And a Kentucky woman was arrested after Throwing a crock pot during a domestic disturbance. Officers said they learned the couple had been arguing, and the woman allegedly threw a crock pot that was full of food toward the victim. Police say the victim had scratch marks on his arms and face.
At least take the food out first.
I know, at least enjoy. You can't eat. 5-second rule?
Maybe.
Maybe that?
Not if there's blood in it, though.
No, oh no.
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 That's weird, yeah.
Shall we go to today's Stumpah?
I think we shall.
All right, brand new Stumpah for you this morning as, who was it? Lori got it yesterday?
Lori got the dub.
All right. Our question today is, this first came on the market in 1904. What is it? This common everyday item, came on the market in 1904.
Already given hints.
I know, I should stop that.
Just shut up. Shut up. Just my show from now on.
So
I'm the only one talking. Mute your mic. There you go. I have too much control. They give me too much control here.
Yeah, they do.
I just want to apologize for everyone. I've progressively started sounding worse since like 10 minutes ago. And this must be horrible to listen to.
Well, it's because you've woken everything up.
I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
stirred it up.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
What do you have? You have a sore throat is basically your biggest complaint?
I don't think we need to dive into my symptoms.
Oh, that's right. HIPAA. Yeah. I'm doing HIPAA again.
My sore throat has been better, though, actually,
that's
today.
Good. All right.
And then all this has happened, which this wasn't here yesterday. So that's cool.
So the first one came on the market in 1904. What is it? Do we have any guesses already, or?
We do have some guesses, but we'll let some more get in real quick. Let me read some chats.
Sure.
Diane said it took a few hours. The ceiling was the most challenging. This is the Pepsi that she had to clean up. The ceiling was the most challenging because it's popcorn stuff. So I just squirted it with the hose from the sink. I mean, hey, whatever gets the job done.
You hated that stuff, right? That popcorn stuff when you were painting at Cat's house?
Yeah, painting it. It takes a while because you got to make sure you get it all.
And you can't just roll. It's almost like you have to dab it, right? When you're painting that?
Yeah. Well, you just got to, you really got to like coat it on there.
Yeah.
And she also said, by the way, Mr. Executive Producer, I'll take the title, sure. She said, I'm digging the new graphics, sound effects, and scrolling chat when on TV. Well, I'll take the credit for the graphics and the sound effects. I appreciate that. But the scrolling on the TV, I have no control over. That's YouTube. So shout out to YouTube. I didn't know that was a thing, but that's cool. All right, answers. Stumpah time.
Yep. This first came on the market in 1904. What is it?
And no cheating. Don't look it up on Google.
Yes.
We will take no cheating. No cheating for the Stumpah.
I used to have a guy listening to the radio who would do that every 30 days.
We're not doing that.
No.
Not going to have it.
All
right. Justin says toaster.
No. Good guess.
Diane says sliced bread.
No.
Gary says car.
No.
Gail says toothpaste.
No.
It's funny. I want to say like good answer, not good answer, but I have no idea when like the car was invented. So
it would be about that time, I would think.
So then good answer.
Yes.
But no.
The turn of the century.
Let's see. Lori had an answer, but it looks like she deleted it. So
really?
Maybe she was ashamed.
Okay.
I don't know what the answer is. I'm curious now. Emily says camera.
Camera. No.
No, not it. Val M. Ivory soap. Very specific.
Oh, no, not ivory soap. No. That's the soap that floats, right? If I remember right.
The soap that floats?
A bar of ivory soap. And if you're taking a bath, it floats in the bathtub. Every other soap will sink.
Does it?
I believe so.
It's been a while since I've taken a bath.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Not that I'm not clean. I just prefer showers.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have here? Gary says microwave.
Microwave. No. 1904? Although we did, I think it was invented maybe in the 40s.
I'm not good with dates. That's one thing I struggle with. Someone could be like, hey, did you know that the iPhone was invented in the 1800s? I'd be like, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Not good with dates here.
Okay.
Lori says electric coffee pot.
No.
Not it. She said she had to correct her answer, so I respect it.
Oh, okay.
Justin says blow dryer.
Blow dryer. No, that's not it.
A wide variety of answers here.
Yes.
But
some of these have me curious. I want to look at, like the blow dryer. How long has that been around, I wonder?
True. Again, you could tell me that the Pilgrims brought it over. I'd be like, that seems right. I think that sounds about right.
By the way, I did look up a few things from yesterday's show. I'll have to remind me to get to that next.
Okay. I didn't know. Were there things that we had to look up?
Well, we were talking about, do we have any more guesses or?
No, not right now.
All right. So keep guessing. We were talking about TSA.
Yeah.
And the weird things that they found going through TSA. And one of us wondered if you could bring a gun onto a plane.
Oh, yes.
So I
You have
looked
to
up.
check it.
I looked up the TSA rules. You do have to check it in your baggage. It has to be in a hard case. It cannot be loaded, and the ammunition must be separate. Like you can't have the ammo in the same case.
Yeah, I think it was Diane that said her husband gets permission before the flight and then checks it. You can't. It's I forgot who said this, but as long as you can't get to it,
Right.
it seems to be okay.
As long as you can't get to it on the plane.
Last couple guesses
Yes.
here. Diane says electric refrigerator.
No.
And last guess
Yes.
that we'll take today, Lori says radio.
Radio, no.
Not it.
Radio was the 1920s, I believe. If memory serves me right.
Sure.
Good. Sounds good to you,
Yeah,
right?
that sounds about right.
right.
I wouldn't doubt it.
We'll be back with another Stumpah for you. We'll have
the
a
same
clue.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have clues tomorrow.
A clue on the, is it Friday tomorrow already?
It is. Yes.
And what did you want to do with football picks? We're going to do a bracket?
A bracket, yeah.
Bracket. Okay.
Football playoff bracket.
And you can play along with us.
Yeah.
We'll see how we
See
do
if
with
you
our
can beat
brackets.
us. You probably can.
Fascinating fact today, we talked about how cold it's been this week. The coldest temperature ever recorded occurred in Antarctica. It was negative 144 Fahrenheit.
That sounds awesome.
That was reported by researchers in a scientific journal in 2018. Negative 144.
And at that point, you're getting frostbite like within 30 seconds.
I would think. Yeah. The hottest temperature ever recorded occurred in Furnace Creek, appropriate name, Furnace Creek, Death Valley, California, 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That was July 10th, 1913.
Toasty.
Not the heat, it's the humidity. Yeah. So a question this morning or a survey I found yesterday, how you use your phone says a lot about your age. Here we go. Stand by for the old man jokes. Usually, wrinkles, gray hair, or bags under your eyes is an indicator of your age. But now, the way you use your phone is apparently a dead giveaway. If you leave voicemail, that makes you a boomer.
Yeah.
So that would be me.
I don't leave any voicemails.
You don't leave?
No, I hang up and I'll call you later. I don't know. I just don't really mess. No one checks voicemail. I don't. If someone sends me a voicemail, I know it's a doctor's office. Those are the only people that leave voicemails.
If you send a voice note, you are a millennial or a Gen Z. What is a voice note?
The only thing I can think of is like when you're texting someone, you have the option to send like a quick voice memo. And so I was doing that during the Patriots game when Kat wasn't here watching it with us.
So you would, what, on her end, she's getting a text and then...
It comes in as a text, but you play it and it's audio.
Okay. Yeah. If you trail off a text with ... this puts you right in the middle of Generation X. But if you ask a younger acquaintance, what is so wrong with ellipsis, you double your age, first by using ellipsis and second by knowing what it is called.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called. ... is ellipsis.
No, to me, that's ... But Sarah does that all the time. She's a big ellipsis person. She doesn't say ellipsis, but she puts the ... She's very into punctuation when it comes to texting.
At the end of a text, she'll put ...
Yeah.
What is it supposed to mean?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But like she's also like, I don't know, when you're texting, you don't always need to put a period. She will always put the period.
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
She's all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I ask her a one-word question, the answer is yes, she'll put yes, period.
Wow.
I don't know why. That's just the way she is.
I will use a question mark because I feel
Well, yeah, if you're asking a question.
Right.
Yeah.
But
or an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the 30 to 40-year-old bracket, to call anyone at all without scheduling it first is considered incredibly impertinent.
Without scheduling a call?
Yeah, like texting someone. Like I did this with a friend of mine who's a very busy guy. Mm-hmm. So I will often text him and say, busy?
Yeah, that's a good point. I do that too. But not with like my immediate family members.
You'll just call them?
Yeah, I'll annoy you guys. I don't care. The thing that bothers me though is like if you call Trish and she's sleeping, she answers and then makes you feel bad about calling while she's sleeping, just ignore the call.
That happened to me yesterday. I was doing laundry, and she had this really nice soft sweater, and I wasn't sure if that goes in the laundry or it's hand washed or whatever. So I called her at like 10:30 in the morning. And see, when they work 24-hour shifts, if they have a chance to grab a nap, they grab it. Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what time of day it is. So we call it paramedic nap time. So I called her and she's like, hello.
Yeah, but don't answer.
And I'm like, did I wake you up? And she's like, yeah, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. I just, either shoot me a text, taking a nap, don't call, or...
That's true. Send it before the nap. Say, hey, I'm taking a nap. Or just don't answer. Like, if someone calls me during a nap, I ignore it. If they call me twice, I'll pick it up.
Right.
Must be important.
Right. So I guess if you actually call somebody, that you're old school before texting them first. Boomers answer their phone the minute it rings. So this would be me. They answer it like it's a smoke alarm. They could be in the middle of being diagnosed with terminal illness, and they'll say, ooh, unknown caller, could be important.
It's a very serious example. I'll do it if it's you guys. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a generation that what is sometimes called the silent generation, where they keep their phone in a drawer, forget it's there, and might call you back maybe tomorrow. I had a friend like that.
Who does that?
I had a radio partner, Neil White, who used to do that. He'd get home and he'd put his phone in the drawer.
Interesting.
It's like, I'm home, I'm done, this is my time. So,
I mean,
I could not do that.
Good for you. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Are there any other habits that I,
that show your age?
that the old guy has here with his phone that you can think of?
Typing on your phone with your pointer finger.
Do I do that?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of using the thumb?
Thumbs, man.
The thumbs are the thing.
Like,
right?
it's sometimes my sound will be on and you're like, wow, you type really fast. And I'm like, no, I'm just not going like this, like you.
And the other one is, what is it? I put my phone in my pocket without shutting it off.
Oh, that bothers me. You and Trish leave your phone everywhere with it unlocked. So, like, you're going to butt dial everybody. I can't stand it.
Sorry.
Yeah. Real quick, though.
Yeah.
Gail says, I use ... for pausing, thinking, adding without saying what I'm adding. Yeah, it does have an extra meaning to it. If you put a ... it's very, it doesn't just mean what you said in, like, literally. There's more to it.
Right. Right. I use it when I'm blogging, I'll do it to pause, ...
Yeah. Lori says, doesn't it mean omission? Something has been left out of the sentence.
I have not heard that before.
Yeah, she says it means omission in Latin or Greek.
Huh.
I do remember Latin from Miss Bliss's class at DHS. Is that Dartmouth High School?
Dartmouth High School, yeah.
Yeah. I don't. To me, it's like you can use it in a very, I don't know, like passive-aggressive way.
How so? What do you mean?
I'm trying to think of an example on the spot. This is tough. Like, if someone asks you, like, hey, can I do this, and you don't want them to do that, you can be like, yeah, sure, ... And then it's like, wait a second, can I actually go to that party or not? Am I going to get in trouble for it later? I don't know. That was a weird example.
I never realized. I found out this year. Notice I didn't say I was today years old. I found out this year that it's only 3 dots. Because I used to just go ... I'd have 4 or 5 dots.
Nah, 3 dots is the perfect amount of dots.
But it had the ellipsis is 3 dots. Mm-hmm. So never knew that. So talking about wine this morning, are we drinking wine correctly? And secondly, do you care? There is a good chance that you are not drinking wine correctly. There's a new study that finds 8 out of 10 people do not follow traditional wine etiquette. According to a recent survey in the U.S., 67% believe there are right and wrong ways to drink wine. However, only 17% make sure to always swirl and sniff their drink.
Nobody's got time for that.
Well, I mentioned this to Sarah, my oldest daughter. I mentioned this to Sarah last night while we were FaceTiming. And she said, I already know what Moscato tastes like. I'm good.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it smells like. I already know what it smells like. I'm good. I don't need to sniff
You don't
it.
need to do the swirling and the sniffing.
Conducted by one poll on behalf of Woodbridge Wines, the survey also found that nearly 3/5 enjoy wine at least 3 days a week, with those over 65 drinking it more often than younger groups. Regardless of age, 7 out of 10 consume wine more than any other type of alcohol during the holidays. The wine is most often enjoyed with or around dinner time. I found this interesting. More than a quarter said that they usually drink wine with breakfast or brunch. 24% think happy hour should start before 5 p.m. Wine for breakfast?
Someone should check in on those people. Make sure they're doing okay.
When asked about their favorite wine pairings, wine and food pairings, men prefer mac and cheese over other dishes.
With wine?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Women opt for wings. They say wings.
With wine?
Yeah.
Weird combination.
It is. Unexpectedly, 62% of men and 50% of women also prefer wine over beer while watching sports.
Interesting. This is a very fascinating article because I don't agree with many of it.
Wine drinking habits also differ by region. Northeasterners prefer to add ice cubes more than anyone else.
Yeah, I feel like that's a common thing.
I have heard that, I guess you're not supposed to add ice cubes at all for wine.
It probably waters it down.
Yeah, I would do that.
But I don't know. If it's warm and you don't want warm wine, get some ice. Who cares?
I know I've heard a friend of ours, when we offer her wine, do you want ice with it? She'll say, was it chilled? Because if it's been chilled, I don't need ice cubes.
True.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I get is that true? Has anyone heard you're not supposed to have ice cubes with wine? Southeasterners are most likely to drink wine without swirling or sniffing it. See, they're the ones. When it comes to where they drink, ready for this one now?
Yeah.
43% enjoy wine in bed.
All the power to you.
30% drink it while taking a bath. That'd be a good way to relax.
We've had this conversation before. Who's actually taking baths nowadays?
Well, people that want wine and light candles.
I guess. Yeah.
And drinking wine on the beach is another favorite among 42% of respondents.
I feel like picturesque-wise, yeah, for sure. And then you get down there and sand gets everywhere, all over the glass.
Yep.
Although wine glasses are probably the glass most equipped to be at the beach, I will say. Definitely is built to distance itself from the sand.
Oh, right.
So
That's true.
Got to give props to the wine glass. Yeah. Yep. I know that's not the purpose of it, but
did you ever have a drink on the beach and whatever it is, a can or a water bottle, and somehow it dips in the sand and
it's ruined?
You can't get the sand off.
No, I prefer to keep it in a bag. Like hopefully it has a cap.
Oh,
and I keep it in a bag.
There you go.
Just so that doesn't happen. I can't stand that.
Now, these are the top ways Americans reject wine etiquette. And I had to look at that to say, what is this we're saying? The top ways we reject wine etiquette. Drinking white wine at room temperature instead of chilled is the most common thing we do wrong, I guess.
Oh, only have it chilled.
So white wine should be chilled.
Yeah.
I always wondered about this. Holding a glass by the bowl rather than the stem.
Oh.
44% do that.
So you're supposed to hold it by the stem?
You're supposed to hold it by the stem, I guess.
Well, that seems stupid.
43% add ice to wine. We're not supposed to do that.
Do what you want, people.
42% fill their glass up to the top.
I mean, hey, it depends on the day you had, you know?
36% sniff the cork. Now, are they saying we're not supposed to do that?
Do a lot of people sniff the cork? Is that a thing? I don't think I've ever done that.
When your mom and I went on probably our first cruise back in the 80s, they had
cruise ships back then?
Yes, they did.
Interesting.
Yeah, they had about 3 or 4. They had the Vikings rowing.
It was like the Mayflower, right?
The Vikings would row.
It was like sails, big sails.
Yeah. Where was I going with this? Oh, they had, what's he called? The guy that goes around.
The wine guy.
The wine guy, yeah, but he's got some fancy name.
Paul the wine guy.
And they have.
That's from Friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And they have a necklace that has like a little not really spoon, but a little device for pouring wine in, or what. I don't know. But anyway, this guy came around, to see if we wanted wine that evening. So we picked one that we knew its name, right? So he brings the wine, and he brings it to me, and he shows me the bottle. Now, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, right?
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
So he shows me the bottle. So I tried to play along. I'm like, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So, and then he opens it up. He hands me the cork. So I did a little, because I've seen it in the movies, you know.
All right.
And then he pours a little sample, and he gives it to me
That's so much pressure.
to decide if this is something that, Priscilla and I want to have. So I take, just a sip. I did just a sip.
It's a little sexist.
And I,
Trish, because Trish is also probably the bigger wine expert than you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
That's messed up.
Yeah, so they had me tasting the wine. So I'm like, yeah. And then what are you supposed to say? When you go,
Like, take a sip. Yeah, this does taste like crap. Yes, thank you. Like, I don't.
I mean, what are you supposed to?
You can't say it.
It's more oaky than I thought it would be. Take
Here
it back.
we go. He has no idea what he's talking
No,
about.
I don't.
No,
I
he's
don't.
just picking an adjective and running with it.
That's it. I was just,
I would just look at the bottle and be like, yep, there's alcohol in it. Go ahead.
let's
Looks like
see.
wine.
Oh, here are other things we do wrong. 32% of us drink wines out of order. I didn't know there was an order, but drinking wines that is red before white, sweet before dry.
Why?
What are you sampling?
Is that common to be drinking like multiple kinds of wine?
Drinking without swirling or sniffing. See, we don't swirl it. We don't swirl
We never swirl enough.
Gulping your wine down quickly. Should not do that.
Depends on the day you had.
And also pairing wine with non-traditional foods.
What, like a hamburger? I'm not allowed to have wine with a hamburger.
Again, I don't understand pairing. I guess Dana's working today. He's not with us because Dana could explain all this probably.
Yeah.
As to how you match wines with foods. And
Very annoying.
Used to be-
just drink wine when you want to drink wine with what you want to drink wine with.
there used to be a joke back in the day where you'd say, "What wine goes with chicken nuggets?" I just can't decide. So,
Probably a white wine because it's closest to sweet and sour sauce.
I like that choice.
Yeah. Real quick, Abby says use frozen berries instead of ice.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
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 And Diane says, I've done that, Abby. It's classy. Well, that's what we're going for. We're always going for classy.
It says a classy YouTube show here.
So,
Yeah.
good. I like it. Let's see. Also, I don't know how to pronounce this. Sommelier? Sommelier? Sommelier
Oh, yeah, that's,
equals the wine guy. That's what the wine guy is called.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sommelier? Maybe it's like,
I forgot how to pronounce it.
maybe it's classy. Sommelier.
Sommelier.
Yeah, I have
Yes,
no
but
idea.
that's the wine guy.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And how do you become a wine guy? Is it because you drink a lot of wine?
You just got to become an expert, or at least fake it. Like
Right. How do you become an expert, though, right? You would have to
you have to drink a lot of it. I
drink a
guess.
lot, right?
Also, real quick, Mary Lou is here, and she said, "Hey, I'm finally signed in as me. I like it. I like it."
What's it, her husband's name the other day?
Yeah, it was Dan.
Dan?
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh, but you want to razz the Buffalo Bills fan here?
Not yet.
Oh, no?
Not yet.
Oh,
No.
I wanted to talk about what they did yesterday.
Oh, what'd they do yesterday?
Well, the forecast for Saturday night's game between the Patriots and the Bills is for single-digit temperatures.
Ah,
And yesterday, Bill Belichick had the squad out there practicing outside. The Bills practiced inside.
uh-oh. You guys working on that run defense?
I mean, come on, you got to get ready, right? You got to get ready.
I don't know. I will say, I saw something that said Josh Allen would be so much better if Buffalo spent the money to play in a dome. And I was like, well, he's doing okay without a dome. I don't think we need to take it that far.
I did read something that he has a circulation deficiency, I guess. His feet get really cold,
Interesting.
and his feet get tingly when it gets really cold. So
I mean, that's not necessarily safe.
This is the playoffs, people. They're going to analyze everything, right?
True.
Yeah.
True.
Time for today's random question. Let's go back to yesterday first. Yesterday's question was, what did you finally realize was just a huge waste of time? I mentioned how about trying to please everybody. Let me pull up some of the posts here from yesterday. What did you decide is a big waste of time? Vin said getting out of bed in the morning. I got to give him he wins the creativity award.
Yeah, sure.
What did you realize is just not
I was definitely feeling that this morning.
Yeah. Sean said worrying about COVID. Yeah, you can't let it run your life. For Greg, he said, in my case, college. What was your biggest waste of time? Eric said carrying a grudge, which I think is a good one. And Margaret said living in the past.
Yeah.
So, a couple of good comments.
Another good one.
All right, so today, what would be the worst thing to hear as you're going under anesthesia before heart surgery?
A very specific random question, I might add. Normally it's like, what's your favorite book? And now it's this. I'm like, wow.
I came across this one and I thought, that could be interesting. What would be the worst thing to hear as you're going under anesthesia before heart surgery? And my thought was, just as you're dozing off, you hear the doctor say, well, I hope this works.
Yeah. I was thinking like you're dozing off and it's like, I'm a little nervous. It's my first time.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to hear that. Yeah. So what are some other things what's the worst thing to hear as you're going under anesthesia before heart surgery? Let us know. You can let us know in the chats this morning. Or if you're listening to us later in the day, you can comment, and we'll also put this up on the socials.
Probably like right as you're going down, he's like, this is a heart surgery, right? Like double checking, or like, what was this guy's name again?
What's the guy in for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably something along those lines.
When I was getting one of my knees replaced, this was before we knew that I'd have to do both. Mm-hmm. I can remember Dr. Ed Klein. He's my man. He
apparently we're sponsoring knee replacements.
We're sponsoring.
Yeah. If you have a knee that needs replacing, hit up his man.
So anyway, I was getting my right knee replaced. So I can't tell you the number of times that a nurse or the anesthetician or whoever, they would come in the room and say, and you're here for what today? You know, they wanted to make sure that I was here for the right leg.
Isn't it you that's supposed to know that, Doc?
And then, you ready for this? And then before surgery, he comes in and he puts a little X on the right knee, and on the left knee, he wrote no. with a Sharpie or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, not that he's done it before, but that means someone has replaced a knee that wasn't the knee that needed replacing.
It has happened through our stories.
Just imagine that. You like get up and you're like, oh, I'm finally going to feel good. And you get up and you're like, what the hell?
Damn!
You're like rehabbing the bad knee still. Like, what is going on?
Hey, a question recently asked on Reddit. People were asked, what were the dumbest lies you believed when you were a kid? What were the dumbest lies you believed when you were a kid? Some of these are interesting. One guy wrote in, when I was a child, I got upset after a button came off my shirt. My mother told me not to worry, and that if I placed the button under a rock in the yard, the button fairy would replace it with a quarter. I believed it, and to my mother's dismay, she discovered that I had pulled the buttons off every shirt in my closet. To this day, 40 years later, shirt buttons can still be found under random rocks in my parents' backyard.
Did he get the money for it?
It doesn't say, but...
that'd be a solid like $10 right there.
And where's the quarter? Because, you put your tooth under a pillow and the quarter's under the pillow.
It's probably under the rock, I would think.
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Did he have to go back out and find the quarter under the rock?
I would think so.
What's the dumbest thing you ever believed? When I was a kid, my dad told me it cost 25 cents to change the radio station to keep me from messing with the radio in his car. I believed that until I was 14.
Wow.
What's the weirdest lie you believed? My parents told me that flushing anything but toilet paper, pee and poop could get me arrested. If you flush something like paper towels, they can track it back to the exact house.
I mean, it probably formed a good habit, though, because you're not supposed to flush that
you're
stuff
not supposed to flush
Yeah.
all this stuff. Yeah. One person said, my grandmother told me that pinching causes cancer. I got pinched once at recess, and I yelled at the person because I thought they were going to give me cancer.
I mean, that's probably a good thing to not get you to pinch other people, but yeah, that causes quite the panic if you get pinched.
What were the dumbest lies you believed when you were a kid? Somebody said, eating too much sugar would glue my butt cheeks together. Thanks, Mom.
Wow.
And the final one, someone once said that they learned the button on the armrest on airplanes was actually the eject button. I found out that it reclines your seat embarrassingly late in life.
Doesn't recline it all that much, though. I will say
No, it
that.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Doesn't.
It's kind of pointless to me.
I don't even do it much anymore.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I just lean up against the window.
Yeah.
Mostly. The biggest lie I believed was that it was illegal to have lights on in the car. I don't know if that was you guys that did that, or we couldn't have lights on in the car.
It might have been, yeah.
Like the overhead light.
Yeah.
Couldn't turn it on. It was illegal.
It was illegal to have that in the car.
So even to this day, like if I need to turn it on, I try and make it as quick as possible so I can shut it off. I'm not trying to get pulled over for the light on inside the car. Let's
Do we
see.
have some chats?
Abby said, I believe from age 5 until this year that our dog really went to a farm to have a better life. Oh, till this year?
Oh, till this year?
That's sad. Maybe they did. You don't know that.
No, we don't.
Mia says, my mom used to tell me if my nose was cold, that meant my toes were cold and I needed to put socks on. I believe this into college. I mean,
If your nose
there's probably a lot of truth in that, but it's just not necessarily directly related.
Yeah.
That is funny, though. Kat remembers that one about the light on the inside of the car.
Really?
And that's not just us. That's like a big thing. That's
Right.
a benefit of the internet. You learn that we all are the same people. We all had the same things going on. We all thought that was illegal.
I'm trying to remember when that came up. If was I the one that spread that?
Justin said that's a universal experience. Don't know where our parents heard that. Yeah, was there like a book that you guys read on parenting that everybody read that was like, hey, was it illegal at some point? Was there some sort of issue?
I don't know where.
Sometime? I don't know.
I know.
Because everyone experienced it. That's like literally a universal thing.
The feeling is that if the light's on in the car, that we can't see as clearly, or we can't, it ruins our vision of the darkness, I guess. But I don't know where it came. I don't even remember spreading it to you kids, but I guess I did.
Yeah, no, we all believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Random question 2. Diane says, because it was, what do you not want to hear going into
Yeah,
heart
just as
surgery?
you're going in for heart surgery, what don't you want to hear?
Diane says, I got this. Hold my beer. Yeah. Justin said he lived a good life.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not what you want to hear.
Oh,
for sure.
can you imagine that? Oh.
Abby says the interns are going to do this one.
Ouch.
Everybody's got to learn at some point, I guess, right? And Mary Lou also said no dome for Josh Allen. No dome.
Oh, yes.
She also says they'll have foot warmers for him. That's true.
Yeah, they do.
They probably got it lined under the bench. I would think.
They have those benches that have the heater and stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't usually see well, you do, I guess. I was going to say you don't usually see the quarterback go over and sit on those, but there are plenty of times
Tom Brady lives on the bench.
that
when he's not
Brady's
playing.
there talking to
Throwing
to
tablets and crying and stuff. I only say that because I'm still salty.
Did I guess he's been told by the NFL he'll be fined again if he does that. So
What's that to him though? They're probably
right.
like I don't know, $500, $800 or something.
I was thinking that also yesterday. Remember, it was Jeff Bezos' birthday, and I was really thinking later in the day, what do you buy Jeff Bezos for his birthday?
Yeah, I joked about a cowboy hat, but he's probably got all the cowboy hats he needs.
I know,
Yeah,
and he can get everything he needs.
I
Right?
would think for Tom, it probably just comes out of his paycheck. I would think, like you
Yeah.
probably get your
Yeah.
game check minus 2 Windows tablets. Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, question this morning about what you worry about. The average American worries about their finances 6 times a day, which I thought was really high. 6 times a day. The poll of over 2,000 adults to uncover how people feel about their finances also finds millennials are more focused on their finances than any other generation. So that would be Sarah, right? Sarah and Doug.
Yeah.
Sarah and Doug.
And maybe Kat. I have
our
no idea.
family.
I forget all the time.
Yeah, where we are. Millennials also worry about money the most, up to 7 times a day. Overall, respondents agree that millennials and Gen Z are better at managing their finances than their Gen X and baby boomer counterparts. So what do you think? You are better at handling your money than I am.
I mean, I do live with my parents, and you don't, so I guess, yeah. I would say that's true.
Yeah. You do have some investments, though, and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I do.
So
I'm not talking about it. That's a HIPAA violation.
Oh, that...
It's not.
No, I don't think that's...
I'm just going to file everything under that.
Additionally, millennials are the most optimistic about their money, about where their finances will be in 10 years, while boomers are the least optimistic. The study revealed 6 in 10 Americans agree that living through the pandemic has made the younger generations smarter about their finances than their older counterparts. For example, Gen Z respondents seem to start investing in their savings earlier than other generations. True. The results found 42% of Gen Z started or plan to start saving by the age of 25, compared to 28% of millennials and only 17% of boomers. And the survey also looked at financial anxieties and the biggest hurdles each generation faces when it comes to finances. With money being the top source of anxiety for many Americans, the data revealed 43% of respondents would give up drinking alcohol for 5 years to retire today.
Wow.
While 3 in 10 would give up sex or their friendships for 5 years to retire.
Screw
today.
you, friends. What do you do if you retire, though, and you've lost all your friends?
You've lost all your friends, you can't go out for a drink, and you're not getting lucky tonight.
Yeah. So I guess you're just going to sit there and play Madden, which doesn't sound like a terrible life.
No, I guess not. I guess not. And some Hollywood headlines this morning. Sharon Stone is joining the cast of the HBO Max dramedy, The Flight Attendant, with Kaylee Cuoco. That was a really good series. Did you
watched it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't know you watched it.
I watched it with Sarah down in Virginia.
Ah.
Sharon Stone is going to be in the guest starring role of Lisa Bowden. She would be the estranged mother to Kaylee's character, Cassie Bowden. Jason Jones played Cassie's dad, Hank Bowden, in season 1. According to a character description, Lisa doesn't have any patience or goodwill to offer her daughter after a lifetime of dealing with her own alcoholism. So it's a series. Kaylee Cuoco is a flight attendant.
Thank you. I figured that by the name.
Who has a drinking problem. And she wakes up in a hotel room
Okay.
that she went to with a guy, and the guy is dead in the bed, and he's been stabbed, and there's blood everywhere.
Okay.
And she has
wow.
And she has no memory of what happened. So
That's intense.
yeah, when they go around and figure out what happened,
Wow.
who did what,
I'll have to check it out.
And a remake of To Catch a Thief is in the works. The new version is in early development, but Gal Gadot, better known as Wonder Woman, will star. The Alfred Hitchcock classic first debuted in 1955. It starred Cary Grant and Grace Kelly. What a cast. Fantastic. All right, so that's about all we have for today. A couple of program notes. Battle of the Sibs will return as soon as we can get them all together, which is sometimes a project.
Well, still via Zoom, but yeah.
Yeah, just
We
getting...
schedules need to align.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So as soon as we align everything, we'll get to that. Feel Good Friday tomorrow. We have some stories, but if there's something in your life you want to celebrate, some good news, you can share it with us. Either email it to me, send it through Facebook, or I'll give you the voicemail number in just a moment. Do we have any final chats here before we wrap up?
Justin said, got to be an exotic gift for Jeff, like a Zambian, did I say that right? Zambian snakeskin cane.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, what do you get a guy that builds rocket ships? Well, he doesn't build them, but
Yeah.
pays for rocket ships to be built.
And
You could get him another jumpsuit. It's always so funny to me when other people are flying to space and he still wears his jumpsuit.
I know.
That image is just hilarious to me.
It's like, you didn't even go, man. What is this?
You know for a fact every time he's talking to his team, he's like, is there a way I can get back on?
Oh, yeah.
Or, you know what I wonder? Maybe he's doing like secret trips by himself. He probably goes up like every 5 minutes.
And do you think if he wants something, does he have to go to Amazon.com and
That's a good point.
fill out everything?
Or does he just call whatever warehouse it's in? He's like, hey, drive this to my house.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm
sending a drone. Just put it on there. Yeah.
I bet he uses
He
drones.
probably does use the drones, I
Yeah.
would think. Yeah.
All right, thanks. Hopefully we started your day off on a positive note because that is always our goal here. If you enjoy what we do here, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube every weekday morning and also available on all of your favorite podcast apps. And don't forget, you can leave us a voicemail with any questions, comments, or Feel Good Friday stories. 774-473-9910 is the number. We leave you with a thought for the day, and our thought today: there will always be a reason why you meet people. Either you need to change your life, or you're the one that'll change theirs. All right? No matter what, make it a great day.
Peace.